Hey everyone, this is Kim Ainari. Welcome, and you have landed at Kim's Tarot. So I wanted to hop on. You know how I like to just hop on and do spontaneous tarot card readings. And I thought I would just kind of do an update on Savanna Guthrie and her mom, Nancy Guthrie, who is missing. And this is an impromptu tarot card reading, and I just wanted to upload something because today is the deadline according to these emails. This is the last day. It is 2:51 Pacific Standard Time. And someone correct me, because I know Arizona could be an hour ahead of where I live here in Nevada. I'm not sure. But anyway, I don't think we're at the deadline, but it's coming up. So there's been a lot of references to the Epstein files because Savanna Guthrie, she interviewed a lot of the women that were children, teens, and essayed Jeffrey Epstein. So some people are saying that this has to do with that. A lot of powerful oligarchs and men were involved in the trafficking of these children at the time, allegedly. I also want to say that when I do tarot card readings, that it's for entertainment purposes only. No tarot card reader, psychic, intuitive, blah, 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 is 100% correct. So the cards have been shuffled off from the cell phone. I want to know, do I feel the Guthries paid the ransom? You know, this is my thing, and I think they leave it up to the family, because what is the communication with these kidnappers? You give them all the money and you may not even get your loved one back. As hard as I'm saying that, I'm hoping that they didn't do it. I'm hoping that they're holding back for proof of life. So that's what this reading is right now that we're going to do, proof of life. So let's see if we can go beyond and do 5:01 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and see if these kidnappers have received half the money, or maybe they were given all the money. And let's see if they will return Nancy Guthrie today, or maybe tomorrow. There might be another email. So like I said, the cards have been shuffled. We're just going to cut. This is Nancy Guthrie's tarot card reading. I'd like to know proof of life. Are you alive at this time, Nancy Guthrie? And today is the 9th of February, 2026. It's 2:54 p.m. my time, state of Nevada. So this is her tarot card reading. Are you alive? How are you feeling? Well, I want to also know, do you know any of these kidnappers? Are you blindfolded? Are you in an RV? Are you in a warehouse? I want to know where in the heck this woman is. Okay, we've done enough cutting. The cards were already shuffled. Sorry, guys. I'm in a small space. First card down. Let's do the Celtic Cross. This is Nancy Guthrie's tarot card reading. Are you alive? Do you know these people? Are you blindfolded, tied up? Have they been feeding you? Have you any medicine? Where are you at, Nancy? What is going on? First card. King of Pentacles, guys. What is crossing this? You've got the Four of Wands, celebration, but it's blocking. As above, look at the blindfold. Two of Swords. That's interesting, isn't it? And it's reversed. We have a Page of Cups, reversed. Ooh, the Tower. The Tower. This is Nancy's tarot card reading, guys. So I'm thinking some kind of shock. Before I go on, so we have a king. So somebody who maybe wants to be a King of Pentacles, someone who has money, but the celebration is blocked. So this whole reading is going to be blocked because the Four of Wands, which means marriage, celebrating with family or friends, is the blocking card. And so as above, we have the Two of Swords is reversed. And so look at all the water. To me, the water's coming down. Coming down. The swords are down, so the communication is down. The water, if this was a living card, the water would be totally going down on the King of Pentacles, coming down, coming down. And here we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups, messages. So we still have communication. And cups are, like knights are messengers, but they're very young messengers. And look at the water. Look at the water, and this person is looking at that cup. Very flamboyant. Sometimes this card, if it's upright, let me turn it upright, can represent a teenager, someone who's flashy, can also represent somebody who is gay. And, but it is reverse. So there's not a lot of communication, but what's interesting to me, because this is Nancy Guthrie's tarot card reading. So let's see what the bottom. So the tarot, it's interesting that the tarot card here, the Tower, is in the past, falling from the tower, falling, just in shock, everything that you created is in jeopardy, falling off that tower. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to move things over to kind of fit this small table here. But we're doing the Celtic Cross. You kind of already know the cards that I drew out for all of us. The next card. You see that? Oh my goodness. I don't want to cry. Is the Queen of Cups. Oh, Lord have mercy. With me being a mother, too. So this is pretty explanatory. You still have water all around this beautiful cup mother who's on her throne, surrounded by water. Looks like it's coming down. Looks like it's moving, right? It's moving water, moving in such an interesting way. It's this way and this way and this way and this way coming down. Look what she's wearing on this throne. Oh boy. So we've got the Queen, who is really, to me, is someone who loves her family, who has taken care of her family and others. And it is going toward, because we went to the past and now we're moving toward the future. Okay, next card. Hopes and fears. Oh, shoot. We have the Three of Swords. Now, I've talked about the Three of Swords numerous times in tarot card reading, right? You have a sword with three, and I talked about, I felt, if you guys had seen my other video talking about this, that there's three people involved. Three men, one bald-headed dude, no mustache, no facial hair. I feel he's the one that is very good with computers. I feel he's also the one that solicited these emails to these news stations in Tucson and TMZ. So we've got the piercing of the heart and heartache, a lot of heartache going on. But this is Nancy's tarot card reading. So she had heart problems. I believe she had a pacemaker. Heart problems. Something going on with the heart. So I don't even know, guys. You know, this could be something where she just did not survive this. If she wasn't on her meds. And, you know, when you're stressed out and you're on a pacemaker, do you really think that you could survive for over a week? I don't know. Here we go with the next card. Okay, so this is in the category of action and advice. Maybe the action is to kind of hang on. The advice is to also try to hang on. But it could also mean you've had enough and there's a lot of sorrow and there are 3 swords piercing this heart. So we have Judgment, and it's a great card to get. It's a major card like the Tower, but it's reversed. So we're not celebrating nothing. We're not celebrating anything. And if it is in the feelings category, in which this is, we're doing the Celtic Cross, then, and this card also has a teeny bit of water. Several people, right? Blowing the horn down on them. And look at the cross. Is that representing health, wellness, a flag of some kind? And this figure is either looking down or, from my projection, could be looking at those 3 of Swords. All right, let's keep going. The next card is the Moon. We have talked about the Moon. So there is a lot of water in these cards, and water, in my interpretation of tarot card reading, is emotion. Could be a lot of sorrow, just stressed out, a lot of emotion. So, and we have the Moon. And the Moon, to me, under the moonlight, look at this, looking down. I always figure when I look at this card, it's not a very happy card. It does mean depression, mental anxiety. Look at all these different things coming up. Barking at the Moon. There's a long going up through the mountains. Could that represent Tucson? Is Nancy near water, guys? Because there's a lot of water in her this reading. I don't think Tucson has a lot of water, but they may have a lot of man-made lakes. Or maybe, I've been to Sedona. There's little rivers and streams. There's water. So it's really interesting. A lot of water. So we're in hopes and fears, mental stress, mental anxiety, and I wanted to see proof of life in her reading. The last card. Same card. Oh my God, there is so much water. 6 of Swords. You can't really go anywhere. So if this was upright, I would say that she's leaving. Someone's got her and is bringing her someplace. This is Nancy Guthrie's tarot card reading, but it is reversed, so she's not going anywhere. My concern is this 3 of Swords. My concern is the Tower card, because sometimes the Tower means ending, like ending in relationships. It's not that, and just because there's no Death card, the Death card does not mean death. The Death card means new beginnings. That's not in her reading. The one thing that was in her reading that I had the other day was the 4 of Swords, but it was reversed. But this is my concern, this 3 of Swords. So what do we see here, guys? We have some major cards here. We got the Moon. Excuse me. We had the Judgment reverse, and we have the Tower. Because I don't want to shuffle and pick up any more cards, I was wondering, like so many people, feeling like it has something to do with the Epstein files. That Savanna Guthrie interviewed some of the women who were teenagers. She was the first reporter to do that. And all of these men, oligarchs, allegedly, this is all allegations, but I'm wondering if it has anything to do with that. I don't know. So if and when the time passes, guys, did they give them all of the money? I want to know if Nancy's family gave these kidnappers $6 million. And I'm hoping that they didn't do it, because we don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but if they don't have proof of life, I would not be giving those a dime. A dime. Unless I had proof of life. And as hard as that is, I lost my mother and my dad when I was very young from cancer. But if that was me, would I go ahead and give them the whole Bitcoin? Would you do that? Not knowing if you were ever going to see your loved one again. And they would just get the money. So I have some issues with this whole thing. I have some questions with this. And I'm feeling, for me personally, seeing these cards, my concern is this Three of Swords. My concern is the Tower. And though the last card is the Six of Swords, where she's not going anywhere. Communication is down. To me, swords are communication, whether it's upright or reverse. So I did see that Savanna Guthrie did have another video. She had makeup on, which is interesting. She had this was just put out today. She just put that, she's by herself. Her siblings are not in this new video. She has red lipstick. Red is a fire sign. Red means good luck in Chinese. It's just like that's why they love the color red. It's very vibrant. It's fire. So Savanna Guthrie had red lipstick on. She had a little bit of makeup on today when she did this video. So I'm thinking, guys, we shall see some type of movement, but we're not really going to know about Nancy. Like I said, my concern is this card here, and that was in the action and advice. And it could be the advice to hang on, Nancy. And action is to hang on a little bit longer. But if you have a pacemaker and you are stressed out, I don't know how that works. And the Tower card. Yeah. So I do hope for good things for the Guthrie family, or Savanna and the rest of her family. Is this an inside job? Well, I've seen too many YouTube channels and people debating that, and so I don't want to say, because I think it would be too muddled on this reading. Some people are saying that it could be an inside, like she lived by herself. Mistake number one, you have to have somebody living with you. You have that much money, 84-year-old mother. I'm sorry. You have to have someone checking on you or living with you on a daily basis. That house was way too large for that 84-year-old woman. And obviously it didn't protect her. And so that's just my thoughts. Could be 100% wrong. A lot of people don't like people to live with them as they get older. You kind of get like, I can take care of myself. But high profile daughter was or is a reporter, newscaster, attorney. Something ain't right. And I feel it is somebody, I feel it has to do with politics. And I also feel this was something that I feel between these three men has been brewing for several months. And so the FBI, even though there's not a lot of cameras where Nancy lives, they need to backtrack, because I'm thinking you're going to be seeing within the last 2 weeks some run-throughs on Nancy's house, some run-throughs on to see who is at her house, and knowing that she lives by herself. And so I would just be getting all those cameras and just checking on everybody that was in the vicinity, in and around their gas stations and stuff or not gas stations, just people with cameras within the last 2 weeks is what I would be doing. But time is running out. We hope for the best. So yes. Anyway, Lord, guys. Whew. I want you all to take good care of yourselves. And, for me, I hope for the best. I'm spiritual, not religious, but I hope for the best for the Guthrie family. And I'm sure we're going to know more by the end of this evening, because the Guthries with an S, I feel it'll be more than Savanna. Something is brewing, and this is the deadline. All right, guys, take good care of yourselves. I will come back if anything else. Hopefully I'll be in front of the camera and not hiding, because I am resting today. I was really busy at my job this past weekend. All right, guys, take care.